Hello kids, so in this worksheet we're going to learn about this particular still life using an all pastels. Okay, so for this worksheet we're going to need a sharpened pencil, eraser, ruler and a sharpener, and also we need a compass which is sharp enough, and our earbud and our oil pastels. So instead of sharpener you can also use a scraper which you get in all pastel box. And do not forget to write your name and your teacher's name. And let's begin with a four-sided border. So I'm done with the four-sided border. So here, what do you observe? So just see the reference image and think what is that you're observing. So of course we have a pot and we have a glass next to it. So first we will make a baseline. So we have made a baseline where the pot is standing, and then we have to draw a straight line which divides the symmetry. So the left hand side and the right hand side symmetry has to be equal. It has to be equally divided. So do not make the left hand side of the pot is more bigger and the right hand side of the pot is quite lean or smaller. It appears odd. So you have to draw a line and divide it into two halves and draw it equally. So first we will draw the base of the pot by drawing a circle. Make sure both the left hand and the right hand side is equally divided. And then I'm giving the circle the shape of the pot. I'm giving the shape of the pot. And then I have drawn the line and I am drawing the neck and the mouth of the pot. So even that has to be equal. And now erase all the lines, extras which we have drawn, which is not required. So let the sketch be as light as possible, which is really good. And now as our sketch is done, let us begin coloring. So here, as we can observe in the reference image, the right hand side half of the artist frame is filled with yellow color. So be careful, do not let the colors out of the border. In case if the color is coming out, so please use your eraser and make it nice, neat, even. So here if you can observe where the shadow is falling. The shadow is falling behind the wall because the object is very close. It is near the wall. So if you can observe, the pot shadow is not on the floor, it is on the wall. So we have to create the shadow over there. So normally in still life we used to get the shadow on the floors or both the walls and the floors. So it is also important to observe the placement of an object, how close it is towards the wall and how close it is towards the floor, or and the light which is falling from the right side or the left side. Here the light is falling from the right side, so we have our right hand side in a highlighting way and the left hand side in a shadow way. So that is also important. You have to observe the path of the light, where it is falling from. Also you have to understand, like if in case the light is falling from the right hand side, where does the shadow appears. In case the light is falling from the top of the object, where does the shadow appear. So you should just have this kind of knowledge so that it is easier to create your own still life object. Or in case if you're doing a realistic still life wherein you have placed some object in front of you and then you're doing it, that will also help you. So wherever the light is falling from, you have to observe the shadows, you have to observe the highlights, and you have to observe the reflection part, everything. So here in this image, what I'm doing is I'm just finishing off the backgrounds behind the pot and around the pot, which will make it easier for us to color the pot. So I have used two shades of brown. One is the burnt sienna brown, which I'm using for the floor or the table wherever it is placed on, and I'm using a darker chocolate brown color for the wall. So towards my left hand side, that is a darker brown, and towards my right hand side, again I'm using the same burnt sienna brown, which I have used it for the base. And now I'm giving the shape of the object using the same color which we have used for the background. Now I'm using the blue color. So first let us make the borders first, so that we'll make sure that it will not come out of that particular line. I'm just making the outline, and even I'm making the outline for the glass. So what you have to do is you have to color the left hand side, leaving the highlighting part. And if you can see, I have even added the shadow over there with the blue color. So the brown and the blue has been mixed and it is giving a shadow effect. Observe carefully, and then what I'm doing is taking a cotton bud and I'm blending it nice and neat. Make sure you will not color the whole object in the blue color. So you have to leave some white gaps and the light shade as well, which is important. So see, there is a highlight towards the right hand side. There is a reflection which is appearing. So that has to be completely white. And then what I do is for the scraping, I'm using a compass tool, but some of you would have got a scraping tool when you're taking your oil pastels. Yes, of course, you can use that as well. So by placing the edges, I'm just drawing the strokes or the lines, so which is giving that scraped look. I'm doing it even for the base. So wherever you feel it is required, you have to add it more. I'll just highlight the shadow. Yes, now you can see it has been completed. Please practice this again and again, and remember, art is always a good start, kids. See you in the next session. Bye bye.